special guest, my boy JP. What's going on, man? What it do?
What's going on? What's going on? Good in the hood, man. We just here to talk about what we here to talk about. What's on? What's up?
Yeah, make sure y'all go check out Good in the Hood page. Um, yeah, we've been, you heard the conversation with Luce Cannon, right? He called from jail. Then his wife has also been speaking. You know
Uh
what I'm
huh.
saying? And they, he don't seem like he worried. Like maybe he knows something we don't, man. What do you think that because that's some big stuff that they putting on them, in this Rico case. And how do you think Luce Cannon fits in? Because they said that it has something to do with something he said on a podcast. I'm guessing no jumper.
Yeah. Maybe he's just in there for questioning.
See
You
what
know what
they
I mean?
get information.
Get him for something. Does he have any probation, parole, anything that can hold him on? Just to keep him. Nothing. He's a good dude, right? Seen his wife. Seemed like a good dude. Keep a good wife. Um, he just went black. Either
Yeah,
way.
I know. My phone went off, but
Yeah.
declined. But
Yeah.
it went back last time. It wouldn't let me.
Yeah, but Loose Cannon definitely. He see if he say he all right, he probably gonna be all right. Take him for his word.
Yeah, he seems really confident.
hmm So I got to get that to him that if he's confident, then I'm assuming that he's just all he has to do is just provide some information. Um, maybe to help out the case. Then he's gonna be free.
Yeah, maybe they're looking for a couple more things. Because he did say something. I don't know if they're trying to add this or does it have something to do with the Nipsey case. Um, we have heard him on the phone pretty much allegedly say that allegedly that Big U, called him and told him that Nip was gone, and this happened before Nip was gone, which always thought was pretty crazy. Like, and then why you didn't tell Nip? Hey man, dude just said you know you're not alive, man, unalive. Watch your back. Be careful. Those type of things. So, but he's real confident, man. If you heard the phone, can you play the phone conversation that he had? That I guess he was talking to his wife, and he had a message for us, and he still want to do content. Ain't that crazy? All the stuff they going through.
Uh huh. Let me see.
Still want to do content, and you could be fighting a long time.
Already done. Like, whatever they doing, they already doing. Holiness.
It's not it, huh?
Member that you turned around and started involving in.
Yeah, that's not it. But now I ain't have it up. But yeah, um, little Loose Cannon, he's man. From what I heard on the phone call, he sounded like he's gonna be all right. I don't even know. You know what I mean? I
Yeah,
think
he not worried.
the biggest story is whack big U. It's like playing the game of Clue. It's like who's who, who's the informant, who's working for who. You know what I mean? Like because there's all at 600 is
Or did they
600 at
tell on
top.
themselves? Or did they
Yeah.
tell on themselves? Because sometimes we put more into it, but sometimes these dudes is putting more stuff out there, and you know the streets talk. The law enforcement know some stuff that a lot of people don't even know already before it's confirmed. So it could be a whole lot of that, but to me it looked like 600 got something to do with the talent stuff. And if Luce, I don't know, man, Luce looks seem real comfortable, ready to still do content when you fighting some for your freedom. Maybe he knows something that we don't know. Maybe he
Yeah.
know he good. You know what I mean? Maybe they just want to talk to him. Maybe they just want to talk to Brick. But we know they want Big U. They say he the crime boss. He the head of the show. So they coming for Big U, and they
Yeah,
feel
but
they
you hear
got.
big when I heard Big U, that he was talking about, yeah, they got the body supposedly with the fingerprint. All that stuff can be fabricated in some sense,
Yeah,
just because. Yeah, you never know what the story is. He said the mama said
Told
that
Whack
that
100.
Big U did it, but just knowing the situation, like did he do it for no reason? Or you know what I mean? Like
But
what like why
that don't make
what?
sense. That don't make
Yeah,
sense.
why like he just did it for no
'Cause
reason? Or
no,
or was it like some repercussions or something going on? Which that ain't none of our business, but I'm just saying like y'all like don't be talking about it like you could have did something. It could have been eye for eye type thing. You know
but
what I mean?
why would the family call Whack? Whack, what does Whack got to do with Big U? Why would
I
the
don't
mom
know.
say, "Oh, they got his fingerprint," and we telling Whack for what? What does he
Hmm.
have to? I mean, he's not the police, is he? So all those kind of things and questions up in the air. Why would Whack know all this stuff? And Whack get all this type of information when it comes to the
Yeah, I think
music
it's
stuff
backwards. I think
and
Wack
the
told the
rap
family.
and niggas snitching. He the paperwork. He know a lot. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he is one, because that's it. Just seems very
Never
odd.
know.
Yeah, it seems odd.
Hmm.
For 600 and Whack to know stuff way before it happened that the law ain't even brought to the internet. I mean, to the world or to the paper or to the news. These dudes got certain information that you got to question. Well, how did they get that? You know what I'm saying? And Luce ain't sweating nothing. He's still sweetie. You know they in L.A. County, so right now he's still in Vegas until he get transferred, and then then it might change for him. His mood might be different because they put him in there with Big U and all that. He might have a problem. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. Maybe he
Hmm.
can hang with Big U, but it's been centuries. Heard about Big U, man. He could squabble. He been talked about on them yards and jail. If you haven't ran into him, you know that he was pretty good with them things. I know he older and all that, but shit, I wouldn't want to be Luce talking crazy. And then somebody said that his dad told Luce's dad told on Big U before. So yeah, he might be in trouble if he got to go sit down. Because if
Yeah.
they all gonna go to court, some of them gonna be together. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be inside and see how that go. But
When it comes to loose lip, loose cannon,
loose
I think
lips.
that my bad. I mean, when it comes to loose cannon, I think they just want to talk to loose cannon about what he said on No Jumper, like you said, but especially when he said the things about when he was talking about Big U and the 20 guns, or Big U was getting 20 guns and writing the serial number down. Like that may have been some local PD operation where the feds may have not had all the, you know what I mean? Where the feds was coming in, they ain't know that if they didn't know that they just he's selling guns. You know what I mean? Where that may have just been some local. He working
but
with the local cops. You
but
know?
they definitely know they know a whole lot, or they wouldn't be coming to get them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I just don't.
they got a
I
lot of
think,
information.
but I think we dealing with the Trump administration, and don't be fooled like about how overzealous they may be to just jump into something just to make a point. You know what I mean? Like they just to do it. You know what I mean? It ain't even really got to be like for sure, for sure. They just know they got some. Oh, we got him for tax fraud. Oh, let's charge him for
And,
murder, human
and he's black.
trafficking, all this, and we at least gonna get him for PPP fraud. You know?
Yeah, and he's black, and he knew some celebrities and knew some people. His son went to the NFL, so I mean, yeah, they just need they coming to get him, and they damn near just took a football team to jail right now. So if they can't get all of them, at least they finna get paid for them 20 people that's finna be incarcerated right now. You know what I'm saying? They about to get their money, and look, it's gonna be a hell of a. It's gonna be hard for somebody not to spill all the tea and get, you know what I mean? Like, hell, how many of them niggas is really just gonna sit there and do all day or damn
This is
near
what I'm
all day life
saying.
for the big homie?
I don't think when it comes to Big U, like I don't think there's a lot of tea. Yes, he's a gang banger, but he's graduated. He's been doing community stuff. He's gang prevention. He's kind of working on. There's not tea. You know what I mean? So
But
like
that's not
y'all
what
want to act
they.
like he been out here doing dirt, but the dirt he been trying to work. He trying to clean up the streets. So I don't get why
So
why they be told. I think this is all made up. Like this is just overzealous. They get him just because what Luce Cannon said on a No Jumper. Like
Yeah,
the like Luke
they saying in the
Cannon
back
and what they talk
they
about on that
saying in the background they saying in the background that that's not what it is. They saying that he's still active, he's still using this. They making him sound like he's a crime boss. But we
so
seen
that's
him.
because
That's saying.
that's what the informant's jobs is.
Well, he damn near was an informant. If
That's what
you
I'm
make it
saying.
clear, he was talking
That's
to.
what I'm saying. Like that's what the
But that
others
don't mean you can't break the law. That means when they done fucking getting all the information out your ass, and they done with you, they throw you away. And it looks like it could be that part. I'm not saying he was telling and all that, but we know he do
I,
have content with the police. And
I think it's
shit, the
about
Fed stepped in.
informants battling for turf because it's about getting contracts. It's about getting that public money.
They
You know what
get
I
the
mean
money.
for their organizations. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, and I think when they start seeing someone, I don't see. Like I haven't seen the list of crimes. I guess I ain't went through the legal documents,
It was
but
racketeering.
I did hear about
They
the
running
body in
people.
the Vegas
Yeah,
and
murder, racketeering. They saying human
with the fraud,
trafficking.
the PPP fraud. He explained all that.
Yeah, which he shouldn't have. He should have
I'm just saying
contacted
he
lawyers to
explained
explain
it all. He
that.
said that it was just his salary from when he was getting paid. I don't know why they
And he
tripping.
said he used
They
it for
talking
his
about
house,
personal
right?
accounts.
Then he said he
What?
used it for his house.
Yeah, he said use it to pay off my bill is his salary.
Uh huh.
Like when you own a company, and you work a position in that company, you get salary. So that's what I think it is. So I don't necessarily think Big U necessarily did any fraudulent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They try to.
they got to prove that. But I'm saying if the feds come, okay, the body is the big thing. That's the big one. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think it's nothing.
Well, and we will
I think
find
it's
out.
I think it's he say she say,
Well,
and
they
then
said it's a
you got
fingerprint.
niggas on no jumper. You got niggas on no jumper talk running their mouth about other shit things, and it's just looking bad. And you got an administration like, oh, we going after the cartels. Oh, we going after. Oh,
Now
now
we
we got
gonna
to get
get the
our
niggas too.
too. Yeah, we going after everybody running their mouth. Oh, you know what I mean? You ain't
But
selling guns. You
they
selling
gotta have,
guns?
they gotta have some kind of real good evidence. They think. Maybe they don't got it that tight, but when the feds come in, they got something, buddy. They got something, or they wouldn't waste their time or money. Um, Not saying everybody finna catch all that time or
Got
spend 20
fraud. They think
years.
they got fraud, or they maybe they gonna get him for fraud either way, whether he
Yeah, they
explain it or
might
not.
that might stick. But fingerprints on bodies of dead people, that's a big one. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that's true. That's
It sound
alleged.
crazy. It sound crazy.
How does it sound crazy if you if
Fingerprints,
somebody find your
fingerprints
fingerprints
on
on a
bodies
dead
of dead
body?
people. Like
No, no,
fingerprints.
no, not fingerprints. They
How
said
old is the body? Like,
they scratched. They found his DNA under the fingernail. So evidently
hey,
he
that's
scratched it.
different. But fingerprints on the body, I'm like, that sound crazy.
Now I'm
Okay, but
telling you what it is. They found his
yeah, I got
DNA in
you.
his fingernail.
They found DNA under the fingernail. That still
Yeah.
could be made up, but I'm just saying, like,
I mean,
I don't see.
of course, you get the people been setting up people forever. So I'm not questioning that he didn't have nothing to do with it, or I mean that he's getting set up, or because we know whack and we know the guys that look like the informers, police. We know that they don't like Big U. They've been hating, they've been trashing, they've been calling him rats and throwing all type of dirt on him. So of course you could be some setup. They don't. That would be a reason to not liking him, get him out the way. Um, it's been known that dude is a knockout artist and got squabble, and he really, put put fear in people's hearts. So yeah, a lot of people get together and say, "Hey, shit, get that bully nigga up out of here."
Yeah,
We're gonna make some stuff up, tell all that. But yeah, it's looking like it might be they're gonna have to fight. They're gonna have to fight. But he
yeah,
seemed like you can look at his eyes though. He looked worried. But whack. I mean, Luce lips ain't don't seem to be tripping. He ready to make content. He got a vacation. And he just go
yeah.
play this role and then come out like, yeah, I'm still over the dead homies and they couldn't touch me because I didn't do nothing. Because he might
Yeah,
have
he gonna get away.
been talking. You know what I'm saying? We see how reckless these niggas' mouths is on this internet. So you can't put it
Just
past.
to be clear on the Big U defense, I'm not saying that he ain't got nothing to do or has something to do with Nipsey. I mean, I'm not saying he innocent. I'm just saying
That ain't
like
got
that
nothing to do with the
could be
case though.
something they could have on him. You know what I mean? But as far as other situations, I ain't heard nothing. You know, other than like you say, when you say DNA under the fingerprints, I
But
don't know
they ain't
why you
got
would
they
have DNA under the fingerprints and and he running free for 3 years, 4 years.
because when
You
the
know what I
feds
mean?
come, they put all they want everything. They keep
Does he
bending the
live in
stuff
his house?
so they can get the indictment and bring more people. They watch you and let you get away with it. And plus, he was working and helping them out. Allegedly, I mean, no, that's what it was. He was telling them information and letting them know. So they let him sit out for a minute, and so they can build a stronger case, bring more people in.
But what they got? What do they have?
I don't know what they got.
The body. That's all we heard. Really, the highlight was the body. And if they had that in
We heard, we
20
heard
or
trafficking.
21,
We heard truth, human
but
trafficking.
trafficking, you know what trafficking is these days. If you fly a girl out from out of
Nigga have
town,
hoes. Yeah,
yeah, that's trafficking. So if you fly someone out
most
from out of
definitely.
town, that's trafficking. And if some girl say, "Hey, I was flown out from out of town," and yeah, woo woo woo, Empire
Whatever
State Building. What?
whatever the situation is, man, they got some. They feel they got a lot of they got some stuff. Racketeering. You just said the people, messing with their money, um, and then the murder on top. But yeah, they don't have it on them. But they gonna make some stick. The feds don't play fair. The feds come when they got all kind of video and surveillance and heard them talking. Hopefully it don't they can get up out of that thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, we'll see how that go. You got 19, 20 people in there. There's gonna be a gang of people fled. Easy call.
Yeah, I feel like it's just trumped up. I don't know how high Big U is on the Killing America list. You know what I mean? Killing Americans list. So I don't know why this is even a big deal right now when they got other big fish out there that's
It's a
probably doing,
kind of
you know
a
what I
big
mean?
deal.
What?
It's a big deal because they've been talking about it for years. For 2, 3 years, they've been talking. People on the internet.
No,
Now
they been talking about it, but they just talking it. But he not like it's like
they ain't
like
just talking now. They went and picked them up. They indicted
I know.
20 members 6-0.
I'm
It's not
saying they
not
talking
just talking
about
no more.
him going down for something. But when you got others doing other things, you know, you got other people doing other things that's worse. I think it's just I think it's
Well,
a distraction. It's an easy fish type thing where you like, oh, he was doing it dirty. Maybe we had something in the past. Oh, we had this case in the past. We not for sure. You know what I mean? But now
it's
we
a
need some
lot of
Trump
motherfuckers doing
administration in like,
what he
oh,
probably
let's get
doing.
him.
It's a whole lot of people doing more than him, but he's black and he has some kind of power, and he's from one of the biggest gangs in California in Los Angeles. So I
It's
mean,
big.
if he wasn't, then
It's
he'd
a
probably still be free. But
on a political level. I think like they got how many 19 people. I
they
want
got
to
a
like
whole negative football
Lu-
team of black. Yeah,
you say Luce Cannon, the nigga Big U side assistant nigga. You know what I mean? From what I'm hearing, right? That's what he Luce Cannon say. He was his side man or something like that.
yeah, but
So
he calls Big U Big Useless. Supposedly they beef. He don't like Big
no,
U.
they beef now, but this is my point. Like what?
Back in the day, yeah, he was supposed to.
Like you got him getting off. He talking about he all right, and you got all these other people in jail. That's gonna be all right. I guarantee you.
Well, you keep your enemies
Maybe
close, and a
maybe
lot.
Brick Baby not because he has something else. He got to tell on somebody else or something. You know what I mean? But I don't like. I think everybody else is getting out of jail. I think they just put a bunch of people in jail for the news and say we locking up the Rolling 60s Crips. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, part of that gang, you could just get picked up if they know you active and be around there. But what I'm saying is, everybody, they ain't finna let everybody out and just take Big U, nah, or they wouldn't have waited for the indictment.
Yeah.
That's not an indictment. Got Big U and had them niggas come later and tell on them. Nah, they trying to take a few of them down. They trying to take everybody down, really, or they wouldn't be in there. But yeah,
It's gonna be
they
Big U. It's gonna be Big U and Blueface going down and JJ.
and DD,
That's all.
silly boy. I
That's
don't,
it.
I don't know who going down, but I have a feeling. We all know they're just informants. That's one of the jobs that's paying a lot. And it's a lot of ex gangbangers, people that don't want to do all day and tell on people so they can kind of get out. Already work with the law before this happened. Been on the internet working with the law, saying stuff on purpose. So it can't put, but
Hmm.
especially not the ones that's on the internet talking and bringing they street politics and gang shit on the internet. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Because if say me and you and we got a crew and we know that we somebody on the internet saying, yeah, man, them dudes in the JB and JP posse, they finna get indicted and da da da, and we like, what the hell? That's like a warning. If you telling us this years before, how you know that? The
And who
police
you
ain't
talking about? 600.
the police ain't said that. I'm saying the internet in general. But yeah, 600 and
Who,
whack.
who put that out there? 600 put that out there.
Yeah, Wack gave the information and said, Wack on 600 and whatever they call themselves, the exposers, they were saying this a long time ago. And I mean, you could put it together, something like these niggas is talking a lot, they still talking about what happened in Nip. It's a whole lot. Okay, it could be an indictment. But for you to say that there's an indictment, you probably got that information from, them boys. You somewhere in there, you giving them information, you something, and it's just
Yeah.
it's obvious. Now, how many people and which ones? There's no telling. Could it be Loose Cannon? Because he wasn't sweating. He still ain't sweating. He cool. And he in Vegas, so he ain't got to run his fades or none of that right now. He chilling. Could it be anyone else? Who knows? But somebody's has been getting information. And like you said, Adam 22. Adam 22 came out of nowhere and he got a lot to do with it and he's still making content and that's where a lot of people get their content from.
Yeah. I think that's the issue. Adam 22 is the issue for Big U situation. The fact that they just kind of pretty much fed all the information.
Yeah,
They even need to do no investigation.
him and Wack got a show that on
Got
every
Brick
Sunday.
Baby and Loose Cannon on there. Just put Loose up there with Whack.
He got a
Like,
show. He got a show with Wack every Sunday, and they sit around and talk about stuff that you know some of it is incriminating, and it's a lot of other people. We heard Brick Baby crash out, say all type of stuff. He been they've been talking about he didn't have something to do with this guy and that one. So it's a lot of you know ain't no it's getting tricky. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
it'd be the last time I even speak on it until unless something really we find out more of the outcome because this is about to be big on the internet and people gonna start talking. Some niggas gonna make shit up just to keep getting these views because we know that's the that's what's popping right now. So before I let
I think
it
it's all
go,
made up. I think it's all made up.
yeah, the news too.
Right now it's for the view. Right now it's for the views. It's not like niggas ain't start making it up. I think it's the Fed started making it up. And then the media started making it up. And now it's the Rolling 60s and we got 19 of them, half of them Mexican. You know what I mean? It's like I
But
don't like and the numbers ain't getting you can't even put them together, you know what I mean?
but it's not a like whoa, it ain't blow my mind. This was I kind of like, oh yeah, it wasn't like big news. Like you can't believe like something you hear and be like, what the? Like this has been coming in the making, and then they got half of the people that claim they from there or are from there speaking on stuff that why would you be on the internet speaking about?
Hmm.
And the police been decoding shit. There's some police
Yeah.
that's over there that's really that be at from there. Ain't a damn whole police. And motherfuckers, some might know, some don't. But it's get the streets and that part of gang life and running, because all you gotta do is be a group of, especially us. It's about 5, 10 of us, and we making some money doing something, and it ain't they gonna try to find some illegal shit or make it like, oh, we're a gang and we're doing this, and so I do understand what you're saying, where some of this stuff is made up because they want that man off the street, um,
Hmm.
and they want his homies off the street. Yeah, So I don't believe everything that we see. I don't believe nothing until it happened, and don't believe half of what I hear. But I know they feel they got a strong case, or they wouldn't be doing nothing. And some of these dudes that we see on that paper is already talking
Mm-hmm.
already. They said one of them. They didn't say the name, but
Some stories.
he didn't even go to court. He's supposed to go to court today. So they gonna
You know,
they
this
gonna make
remind
it
me
do
of
what
this.
it do.
Well, real quick before you end it, um, what was that dude in the Young Thug case? Like, it's gonna be like that, bro.
Oh, the ball head, Rick,
Well,
yeah,
YNG, what was his name? Yeah, yeah, you gotta know what I'm talking about.
ball head.
He told the police all kind of stories and went on the stand and said
He
he
don't
don't recall
remember.
none of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Young Thug got out of that, huh?
Think so. Yep.
But he had to.
Based on him doing that too for him because
He said
he
for
built
some
a lot of
years.
their case.
He said for some years. But I think they said Brick Baby supposedly had something to do with the little dirt thing. You remember when in Beverly Hills when when somebody got hit up and they said little
Mm-hmm.
dirt. Yeah. So they try to
Little
say
Dirk,
Brick was the guy over here on that. So
he the
we
one that
don't
let him know.
huh?
Supposedly at the time that he gave the location.
Well shit, he says it on the internet itself.
I know, right? That's right. That's exactly not supposedly. Supposedly he
Yeah,
said he gave the location.
yeah, he did that himself.
Yes, he said.
Which is crazy. That's what I'm thinking. Niggas, okay, they do drugs and be faded, and you might let some shit slip, but we know everybody is looking or everybody can see this. It just don't make sense for you if you have any kind of brain cells in your head to say some of the shit they say. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? If I
Crazy.
get on here and talk about I'm I'm just murking stuff and I'm just this, that, and this, and I start naming certain things and certain streets and shit that happen over here, why wouldn't I think that them boys finna come for me? Even if I'm lying and I ain't even really do none of that or they ain't got no evidence, but since I'm speaking on this shit, let me see. We might can put this together. Let's go talk to this guy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So it really don't make sense. Um, so you think that's all I really want to know. Um, Luce Cannon is real confident and his wife. What do you think about them? Cause you remember her? Do you remember her on that show, The Chance of Love, when she had the accent like she Jamaican or something? I think she won the show.
Chance of love.
Yeah, yeah. It was on Zeus. That's where his wife. That's where his girl
Oh
come.
no, I didn't watch those. I didn't watch Chance of Love.
That was a funny one. That boy.
That's early Zeus.
Yeah, yeah, he was funny. But she came from there. She had a fake accent. It's just something about that whole vibe and the loose that it seemed kind of fake. It seemed kind of like they hold
It's
everything is
made
fake.
up,
You know
huh?
what I mean? Back hundreds and 600s and shit. But just they whole get down seem like are gathered or this
Like
some
one of them
internet.
fake relationships.
Yeah, like it's a business thing and we just make content
We know
and we
they
just
exist. We know they exist. We know shit, Blueface and Krishan was in one. Krishan practically said it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we was in, yeah, it was fake. It's a
it's
fake
business.
relationship.
It's business.
Yeah,
We
for money. For
might kick
money.
do our shit, but we
Yeah.
making bread. But I do think that he's real comfortable, man. And it's hard to keep calling these people saying, well, they acting like the police or informants or they might be undercovers. But shit, it's kind of just you can't stop thinking that it's not showing anything different.
Yeah.
The bad and
Yeah.
street niggas really don't do that. Don't even play like that. You know what I'm saying? He like our age. We
Yeah.
don't play like that. I mean, now it's different, but we couldn't do. You couldn't do that back then, boy. You had about 20 people trying to chase you down to get on you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right.
So it's different, but so you think it's just all made up? It's all to get our mind off of some stuff it needs to be on to worry about this
Just
bullshit.
exaggerated, my nigga. That's all I'm saying.
It
And
always is, bro.
they threw the DNA. They needed something. You know what I mean? They gotta have something to make it sound good. It's all 2D. 2D's the DNA, the body in Vegas, the them whack somehow. know the information. You know what I mean? It's like if you start hearing certain names involved, I'm
He
like, I'm
said
already suspicious.
he said the mom. Well, you heard the story though, right? That the person who passed away, they called Whack and let him know, which
Yeah,
don't make no damn
that's
sense.
a,
That's what he
exactly.
insinuated.
I think that's the story, but who put the story out there? Whack.
Before yeah, yeah. Before we get off and I click this off or whatever, I still need to holler at you about something. I got this idea. I want to see what you think about it.
All right, just
Um,
call me up. All right.
can we still talk when I stop it?
I don't know. Try. I don't think so.
Okay, but
See.
anyway, this is my boy JP. Y'all make sure y'all follow his page. I'm good in the hood. And put your comments, let me know what y'all think. But it's looking real suspect. That's they business, but it's on the internet and people gonna talk about it, speak on it, play detective, and we're gonna see how it comes to play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We see who's back on out on the internet because it's gonna we're gonna hear about it if they was to stay off the internet.
Yeah. Free Big U.
This will
If
be a
I'm the
big
first
cat.
person to ever say it,
Nah, nah,
okay.
nah. 600 said it too.
All
Free Big
right,
U.
I'm second at 600. I don't know if that's a good thing.
He's supposed to
Free
be a
Big
top,
U.
but free Big U. Free all them dudes, man. Especially if they
Yeah,
ain't got nothing to do with it. But if they out there breaking the law and doing that, the feds come, they got a pretty good tight wires and a tight case, or they wouldn't be there. But like you said, they probably exaggerating, putting it on thick, because if Big U was this person that they wanted to get this long, because he'd been at it for a minute. It seemed like it
hmm
wouldn't have took this long, especially with things going good with him, and he seems to have his money. His son went to the NFL. He got his business, his raps, and all that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
you got to go.
What? Nah, why? What's good?
You
I
have to
thought
get
you was
off.
wrapping it up.
No, you just look like it. Yeah, I was trying to say what's up and get some more views, man. We needed to be on here for like 30 more minutes, man. We
Yeah,
was
I
popping it.
thought you was about to wrap it up earlier. My bad.
No, I was, but I just realized that my people not gonna be back to about 7:45, 8.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about 10 more minutes. What you think? You got any dialogue, anything else that you didn't see besides this 60 indictment thing? Oh, March Madness. Who you got for that? You been paying attention?
I filled out a bracket. I forgot who I had winning it. Florida or somebody. I forgot. But NBA, man, it's looking kind of crazy. I don't know what's really going on. The Lakers definitely look dominant. Um,
Yeah, we
it,
come to play.
I feel like that right now. You kind of see the teams that are really moving, that are gonna have make a play for the championship, and the Lakers seem to have a hold on it. Obviously you're gonna have. I think the Cavaliers, they're gonna be out second round, first round.
Yeah, but they've been playing.
OKC can make it to the conference finals, but they may get out early too.
It's possible, but they are looking good. But Clippers, Lakers, Denver, they could also be them teams that go to the Western Conference Final too. So
Uh,
it's gonna be
Golden State, they gonna fall. They got a chance, but I think they just, I don't know. Maybe they got an easy play right now. I ain't
but
been watching their games and seeing them play. Well, what Jimmy Butler making that big of a difference over there?
he's giving them defense. He's spreading the court, and shit, he's going to the free throw line like
Mm.
damn near 12 times a game. So
Go-
he making a difference, slowing it down, and then let
If
Curry
Golden
doing
State is in the
stuff.
running, then that's a
And that's
problem
someone.
too.
Yeah, but what do you whack 100 600?
What's up?
Are they whack 600? Do you think they the boys?
I think 600 is probably like a badge police officer. Like 600 is probably an undercover police officer.
Undercover?
Like he like
Yeah,
a
playing,
deputized sheriff. That nigga deputized. Allegedly, I'm joking around and playing. Obviously, I don't know. But when I see him, I just
He act like he trolling.
what?
He act like he trolling, with the badges, like, oh, y'all call me police,
Well,
but
Big U said he was at
it's a
the.
whole.
Not to interrupt you, but just to finish, Big U said he was at his house recording the raid. So that's what made me feel like he deputized, like he like part of the clique. Like he not
He
just
not
snitching. He
right.
actually got probably a tattoo that say like I'm from the police office. I'm from the police unit or something.
LAPD. But he also said today that some people was texting him early in the morning telling him that it happened. You know what I'm saying? And that's a possibility, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, when shit happened in the street, hey, nigga, you hear about whoop whoop? Oh, they at the house right now or at one of his spots right now. It's
Hmm.
possible, but I don't know. I don't buy it. It's something about dude since he came. Like even when he wears shades, now he got his little hair growing. He don't look so much policious. But when he had his regular cut and his beard be clean, boy, he looked like a straight up policeman, straight
Yeah,
off with a coffee and a donut. I could see the suit dog. Whack, I'm
yeah,
not sure. I think I be trying to give Whack the benefit of the doubt, but he also said stuff and put stuff out there that you be like, whoa, homie, how you niggas too old to be acting like you don't know. That's foul. So
yeah.
yeah. Uh,
And this could be one of them cases where if Big U was legitimately not working with nobody, not being working with the police, just trying to do the right thing,
yeah,
and
trying to make it good for his community.
and he not part of the boys club. You know what I mean? They and the Trump administration came in. They looking for low hanging fruit because they ain't got nothing on the cartels. They ain't figured out their operation yet. So they just
Or
took
they
Big
might
U.
have,
They got
they ain't
everybody like they didn't even need to investigate this. Everybody on
they
no
ain't
jumpers. So,
that money. They might know exactly where they operation at. They like with the cartel, they said they go, yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Or it would have been somewhere.
nobody, ain't nobody, ain't no jumper, ain't no
They're not.
like
Yeah, they're
no
not about to talk.
Roscoe. You know what I mean? On
Yeah,
talking about cartel business. You know what I
yeah, they don't
mean?
do that. They don't do that.
They don't do that.
They get
So it's
low.
like that's a head start right there. They got so that's why they would go after Big U because you got Loose Cannon talking about niggas selling guns. You got Brick Baby talking. You know what I mean?
Put this info in it. They've been playing this story. We seen this. We seen the story. What happened before it happened?
If you're
Internet,
dealing
YouTube, and
guns, if someone says you bought 20 guns, you were selling them and keeping serial numbers, that's a raid right there. Cause then that's a let me raid his house to get that whatever book he has serial numbers on. You know what I mean?
but they check stereo numbers to see if the guns are stolen and stuff. That's the police work. That's what I think you think he was talking about.
Hmm?
They be reading the serial numbers and telling the police so the police know if it's stolen, if it got bodies on it, who you know what I mean.
I know, but he was
He
handing
talking.
out he was saying that Big U was handing out the guns and writing the serial numbers down. So
He was writing the serial
yeah, so he
numbers
was
so he can
right. So he was letting them know
police
like who he gave the gun to. You know what I mean?
uh,
Like
argue.
he was selling the guns and writing down like the serial number who he gave the gun to. So
But
even if
yeah,
the
that's
gun get tossed away,
that working
like
for who he was working with, right?
what?
That's what he was. That's working for who he was working with, right?
Yeah,
The police and gang prevention and all that. Yeah,
that Loose Cannon said when he was working with Big U, that's what Big U was doing. So,
pretty much saying he's a snitch. That's what he was insinuating.
mhm. but with not being a snitch or whatever, he's snitching. Like whatever he's trying to say, he a snitch. He's snitching because he's telling them
Imagine that. Yeah,
what,
imagine that.
right?
Imagine that
Yeah. All right, I gotta wrap it up.
for sure. Yeah, that's definitely it. But yeah, I'm gonna hit you real quick
All
when
right.
I get up. Ask you something.
I
All right.
won. All right.
Yeah, yeah.